If you want to get better at Shakespeare, then listen up because today we're talking about one of those things that separates the amateurs from the professionals: anomalies. Now, Sarah, what's an anomaly? That's a funny word. We're going to get into it, but first, you're going to want to go ahead and save this video because this is important information and you want to be able to come back to it. We've been talking a lot here about iambic pentameter or verse, and if you haven't seen my other videos, then you should go ahead and take a second and watch those. But a lot of you are probably like, Sarah, I get it. Iambic pentameter, it's 5 feet of iamb. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Yeah, I get it. Okay, but you may have noticed that not every line of iambic pentameter in Shakespeare seems to fit into that perfect pattern of bum, 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 bum. And you're right, they don't. Those places where the verse strays from perfect iambic pentameter are called anomalies. Okay, but why does Shakespeare use anomalies? Well, remember that Shakespeare's language is music. And first off, it would get pretty boring just listening to all those bum bums all day, right? It would just get pretty monotonous and predictable. So he puts in these anomalies to mix things up, to catch the listener by surprise. I like to think of iambic pentameter as like the underlying beat of a song. The beat stays the same, but the melody might include eighth notes or triplets or syncopation or, any other kind of interesting rhythmic quirk, right? Well, anomalies are those interesting rhythmic quirks that just kind of ride on top of the underlying beat. Now, Shakespeare uses several different types of anomalies, and each one has its own purpose, its own effect, and depending on the context, they can tell the actor a lot about their character and what's going on at that moment in the play. Looking for anomalies in Shakespeare's verse is kind of like going on a treasure hunt. Like, for real, but the treasure that we're looking for are those little clues and directions that Shakespeare leaves for his actors by embedding them in the verse itself. Anomalies are fascinating, and they're often where you find some really good acting opportunities. The process of looking for anomalies, of analyzing the verse and seeing how it works, is called scansion. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be posting a series about scansion and the different types of anomalies and what kind of information they can give the actor. So if you're interested in learning more about all this, then go ahead and like and follow, and I'll see you in the next video.